Yo, what's up? This is Renz of Why I Left the Bible, and we're going to continue on our series of What's Wrong with the Bible? Genesis, chapter 33. Now, you know, in the previous verse, in a couple of chapters, we were talking about this whole thing about how Jacob left Laban and took his wives and took everything. And, you know, we seen that Rachel was a thief and stole her daddy's gods. So now he's getting ready to meet his brother Esau. The question is, what kind of meetup is this going to be? We know that he has lied and tricked Esau multiple times, stole his inheritance, yet calls himself a servant of Esau. And we're going to now finally get to the meetup. Now we know he had been dividing his people because he's planning on Esau being pissed, to which Esau should be, because Esau is sending 400 men. I mean, that's an army back in those days. He's sending 400 men. He coming with 400 men. And Jacob has sent him bribes of cattle and all this kind of stuff to try to soften the blow. Maybe they won't fight, but he put his family out front. And we know that previously Jacob was wrestling with God and saw the face of God and beat God up and said, "Give me a promise. You're gonna bless me." So we continue. Genesis 33. And Jacob lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau came, and with him 400 men. And he divided the children unto Leah and unto Rachel and unto the two handmaids. And he put his handmaids and their children foremost, and Leah and her children after, and Rachel and Joseph hindmost. So basically, he's letting everybody know who he loves the most. Slave wives and y'all children, y'all get up there, because just in case Esau decide to try to kill us, y'all gonna die first. Then Leah with your lazy eye and your kids. Then y'all. Now Rachel, who I actually love, and my son Joseph with her, the only son that she actually had. Yeah, I'm gonna put y'all in the back, but I'm still putting y'all out there to make sure that if he act up, he gonna have to kill his nephews and one niece. So he's letting them know who their favorite. So anytime somebody tell me that, you know, I was my grandmother's favorite, ain't nothing wrong with that, because Jacob right here, and actually everybody in the family believes that they were my grandmother's favorite on my mother's side. We all claim to be the favorite of my grandmother. But, you know, he's showing right here that you can have favorites. It's okay for you to have favorites. That's your favorite wife. That's your favorite child. That's okay. Because he put them right up there. He put them right in order of who's the favorite and who's not. And he passed over before them and bowed himself to the ground 7 times until he came near his brother. Esau ran to meet him and embraced him and fell on his neck and kissed him, and they wept. So thankfully, Esau, which we have seen over and over again, and I'm gonna drive this point home a little bit more later on. Esau had never did anything wrong. Esau was the good brother. He did everything the right way. Yet, later on in Malachi and in Romans, it talks about how God hated Esau. God hated. So for all y'all who say that God is good, God is all loving, no. Your own book says that God hated Esau. So your God hates, which is part of the course. He made good, he made evil. God exists on a pole of good and evil, a pole of morality and justice versus evil and immorality, injustice. It's all the same. Just as we have that nature within us to love and to hate, to be justice and to be injustice. But he says that he hated Esau, but something gonna be said later on concerning that. But Esau kissed him, hugged him. Esau is very forgiving. This is what you're supposed to be, forgiving. Y'all talk about forgiveness all the time, but y'all don't talk about how Esau, although he was tricked out of his birthright over a bowl of soup, although he stole the birthright, the blessing from Isaac, Esau still said, "This is my brother. And no matter what, this is my brother. I'm going to forgive my brother. I'm going to hug my brother. I'm going to kiss my brother." But y'all love Jacob, the liar, the conniver, the scandaler. All right. I think Hebrew Israelites teach that through Esau is where you get white people and they all evil. But yet, where is the evil in Esau? Show me the evil in Esau. Esau did everything right. And I'm not trying to say that white people are great. Don't take it that way. But I don't see this evil that y'all talk about. This man was a good dude. He's the one I would want to hang out with. I don't want to hang out with Jacob. Jacob, shit. We're going to see some more Jacob lies and treachery in a minute here. And he lifted up his eyes, talking about Esau, and saw the woman and the children, and said, who are these with thee? And he, Jacob, said, the children, he said, the children which God has graciously given thy servant. Again, with you got the blessing and the birthright. You were not the servant of Esau. You just scared. Then the handmaids came near, they with their children, and they bowed themselves. And Leah also with her children came near and bowed themselves. And came after Joseph near and Rachel, and they bowed themselves. There's a whole lot of And he said, what meanest thou about all this droves which I met? And he said, Jacob, these are to find grace in thy sight, in the sight of my Lord. So this is the bribe. He's like, even Esau's like, dude, you my brother, you don't have to bribe me. Why y'all so mad at Esau? He didn't even want the bribe. And Esau said, I have enough, my brother. Keep that thou hast unto thyself. Esau's like, look, I'm good. You left. Yeah, you stole my birthright. You stole my inheritance, the blessing. But I done made good. I stayed here with mom and dad. I took care of everything. I made some good deals. You know, took care of the animals. They've been growing. The flock's growing. I'm good, bro. I don't need your stuff. You keep your stuff because I want you to be good. Yet y'all mad at Esau. Because God said he hated him. That's the only reason y'all mad at Esau. And Jacob said, nay, I pray thee, if I have found grace in thy sight, then receive my present at my hand. For therefore I have seen thy face as though I had seen the face of God, and thou wast pleased with me. Many people don't see much in this part here, but there's a lot here. Jacob is making sure that, hey, you need to take, he's scamming. I need you to take all this shit that I've sent you. Take all of it. Because when you take it all, then I can always say that I gave this to you. I paid reparations to you for all that I've done to you. But it's a bribe to say that, hey, just in case you get mad, just in case you plan on suckering me in back, get home, and then you're going to kill me and take everything, kill all my kids, kill my wives. Remember, I gave you all the stuff. And I'm begging you to take it and keep it. But he said, I have seen thy face as though I have seen the face of God. So, is God a redhead with a bunch of hair all over his body? So, is the reason why God hates Esau because every time God looks in the mirror, he sees himself as a big redhead with a bunch of hair all over his body? Does he see himself? That's grotesque. He is comparing seeing the face of his brother as seeing God. Now, I know some of y'all going to say that it's an allegory, that he's saying in the bright shining, the happiness, the joy to which you have greeted me, the forgiveness you have greeted me, I also seen that in the face of God. You can take it as an allegory. You can take it as a likeness, that in the expression, in the joy, in the forgiveness that I've seen. But remember, God, it wasn't so forgiving to Jacob. Jacob beat God's ass. He wrestled with him to God. Was like, let me go, let me go, let me go, let me go. And he was like, no, you're going to bless me. You're going to bless me. You're going to bless me. Bless me, goddammit. Bless me. I ain't letting you go till you bless me. I'm going to touch your hip joint or your penis. Bam. Ah, I heard. Dang, I feel it. But bless me, bless me, bless me. So when he saw the face of God, it was in confrontation. So really what he's saying is that when I look upon your face, either you look like God, redhead with a bunch of hair, or you remind me of God in the fact that I got to be confrontational with you. I got to force you. I got to win. I got to fight you. It is not, oh, I see you in this happiness. It is, I see you as somebody that I got to be leery of, that I got to fight in order to get what I want. That's how I take it. So take the bribe, please. And Jacob continued and said, take, I pray thee, my blessing is that is brought to thee, because God has dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough. And he urged him, and he took it. So he's saying that God dealt gracious with me. I need you to deal gracious with me. So, and you look like God. So that's why you can take it literally. Hey, you look like God, so be like God. God was gracious to me, so I need you to be gracious to me. Now take my bribe. Take my bribe, damn it. And he said, let us take our journey. This is Esau talking. And let us go. And I will go before thee. Basically saying, I'm going to lead, you take up the back. Get everybody there. Let's get home. And he said unto him, Jacob, my Lord knoweth that the children are tender, and the flocks and herds are young with me. And if men should overdrive them one day, all the flock will die. Let me, my Lord, pray thee, pass over before his servant, and I will lead it on softly, according as the cattle that goeth before me, and the children able to endure, until I come into thy Lord in Seir. Man, this scam is gonna get deep right here, because basically Jacob's like, nah. You go on ahead. I can't drive the cattle and my kids that hard. Get there in a day. Let me bring them slowly, because I don't want them to die. And I need to be here because just in case some robber barons set upon me, then I gotta fight and defend them. Now you would think this next passage, Esau understood. Esau still being a good guy. And Esau said, let me now leave with thee some of the folk that are with me. And he said, some of his 400. And Jacob said, what needeth it? Let me find grace in thy sight, my Lord. And Esau returned that day on his way to Seir. Esau is still being a good brother. He's saying, okay, you got some young children, you got some young cattle, you want to drive them slow, and you want to hang out with them just in case somebody set upon them. I get that. That makes sense. So you know what? Let me buff up your army. Let me give you some of my dudes, and so that you got protection. Esau is being a good dude, but Jacob is like, nah, because I got a plan. And if your dudes see that I'm not going to abide by the plan, they may come tell you, and then you're going to be mad at me because I still don't trust you. Jacob is still trying. So Jacob is still being conniving here. And Jacob's journey to Succoth. God damn it. And he's supposed to go to Seir. He's supposed to go to Seir. Lied to his brother again. So the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The God that likes liars. Okay, Abraham was a liar. Jacob was a liar. Hell, Isaac was a liar as well. So God likes liars. So all you Christians who are talking about being honest, all you Hebrew Israelites talk about being honest, all you Jews who talk about being honest, no, you're not supposed to be honest. Your God likes liars. He's supposed to go to Seir, but he's going to go to Succoth. And he built him a house and made booths for his cattle. Therefore, the name of this place is called Succoth. So basically, if I go to Macon, Georgia, it's only called Macon because I went to Macon and I called it Macon. You can't just go places and name shit the way you want to name it just because you went there. Atlanta is not called Atlanta because I called it Atlanta, right? No, somebody else called it Atlanta before that. And before that, it was called Terminus. The city of Atlanta used to be called Terminus because all the trains came in the south came to that area, and then the city was named Terminus. Now it's called Atlanta because they changed the name. But Jacob, he like them dudes. He just changed the names of places every time he show up. I'm sure it was called something else before he got there. So he goes, and this is not going to make sense. He set up house in Succoth. And Jacob came to Shechem in the city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan. When he came to Padaharam, and pitched his tents before the city. And he bought a parcel of a field where he had spread his tent at the hand of his children of Hamor, Shechem's father, for 100 pieces of money. And he erected an altar there and called it El Elohim Israel. Okay. So the first thing he does is lie to his brother. Does not go to Seir to be with his brother. Instead, he'd take a detour. That's why he didn't want those other dudes to hang out with him, because he knew he was gonna pull this little, you go that way, brother. I'm right behind you. I got you. I'm just driving slow. You know, I got the kids. You know, they won't stop at the bathroom all the time. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be on my nerves. I'm saying, are we there yet? Are we there yet? You know, I got the young cattle and everything. We can't go too fast. Then the mama milk gonna sour. The calves gonna die. And then somebody might jump us. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go on ahead. I'm gonna drive slow, but I'm gonna get there. I'll be there. I'll meet you there. I'm right there behind you. I know we going to Macon. I'm right there behind you. And as soon as everybody leave, hey, look, we supposed to be going to Macon, but nah, we ain't going to Macon. We finna go over here to Augusta, right? And we're gonna set up some tents, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna get the chill cattle all set up in Augusta, and we're gonna set that up. Then after we set that up in Augusta, we're gonna set it up. Then you know what? We finna go to Columbia. We're gonna go down to Columbia, South Carolina. That's where we're gonna go, and I'm gonna buy some land down in Columbia, and we're gonna pitch our tents down in Columbia. I know I told my brother we're going to Macon. We're gonna go back home to Macon, but we ain't going back home to Macon. No, sir. We're going to Augusta, and we're gonna go to Columbia, and I'm gonna build an altar when we get to Columbia, and that's what we're gonna set up, you know, for a house of Lord. House of Lord gonna be down in Columbia. That's where we going, cause you know, the hell with my brother. Even though he has forgiven me, even though he has, you know, came and embraced me and kissed me and found out that he got some nephews and a niece, and, you know, and some sister-in-laws, you know, even though he all gracious and everything, and he didn't even want all my money. He didn't even want my bribe, but I forced it on him. He took it. See, now he got to be minding all the bribe that I gave him and everything, you know what I'm saying? So he good. Him good now. You know, but we ain't going there. We gonna lie to his ass. We ain't go over here. Those are y'all fathers of your religion. Liars. Consistent. He had no reason to lie to his brother. His brother has shown him all the grace that y'all claim that y'all get from Jesus. He showed him all the grace. This should be a story that y'all teach, and when y'all teach it, y'all should be teaching about how Esau was a progenitor of Jesus by showing grace to his brother, by saying that I love my brother more than I love myself. And although he tricked me, although he scammed me for a bowl of soup, and although he impersonated me and stole the blessing from my father Isaac so that I get the inheritance, yeah, even though he did all these things and then ran away and left me to deal with mom and dad in their old age and take care of them and take care of all the business, you know, I was a hunter. I was out there hunting, doing my thing. But then I had to be a hunter and the farmer and the cattle guy. I had to handle everything. And even though he ran off gallivanting for 20 years, that's still my brother, y'all. And I love my brother. I'm gonna take care of my brother. I got my brother's back. He's scared some people gonna rob him. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna leave my men to defend your stuff. You know, I'm gonna take security from my house and I'm gonna put it in my brother's house. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but you don't want the security? All right, man. You know what? We good. We cool. I'll meet you at home, bro. I'm gonna meet you at home, okay? And then when we get home, we're gonna have a party. You know, we're gonna have some harps, and you know, we're gonna sacrifice a lamb. You know, we're gonna have a good time, because you know the family back together, man. The family's back together. Forget all that stuff in the past, bro. The family back together. Nah. Yeah, we together. Yeah, bro, I got you. Hey, psst, we going over here. If that's the one y'all want to worship, go ahead and worship. If that's the one that y'all say is great, go ahead and say it's great. Just because your book says that your God has loved this person. This book is totally warped. It should be focused on Esau at this point. It should be focused on the fact that he did what was right, that he showed love, that he showed kindness, that he showed forgiveness, that even though he was scammed, he went and did the right thing. That's what y'all should do. So continue to subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon. And remember, you got to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable.